They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 80 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Trayvon Walker make that now 8 sacks for him. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Brady now to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty deep. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Adam Thielen. extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 56 yards.
There were some signs of life from the ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Take it in at the 22. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Brady now on first down. They're quickly to Thielen here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 46 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucks and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has punted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Falcons are 12-2 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They run again on 1st down, Cook. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Brady. He's got his man, London, right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. James Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On the move past the 40, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Brady. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Cook up the gut, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. Patterson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 29 yards. And the Falcons have opened the lead up to 30. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, 62 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Falcons now. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And this one too low.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Again, Jackson will keep it. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the option right is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay?
That's caught inside the 20, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A.J. Green, 75 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he floated one out there incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. On the move past the 40. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 17, Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
Here's Cook again, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said.